We're for the cricket brought to you by Dafa News. मैं हूं हमेशा की तरह आपका होस्ट और दोस्त जेमी ऑल्टर. हम आज बात कर रहे हैं इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया, नंबर 2 ऑन द पॉइंट्स टेबल वर्सेस नंबर 10 ऑन द पॉइंट्स टेबल. जी हाँ, सोचिए सोचिए सोचिए. Let that run through your head. Defending champions England, one day World Cup champions, T20 World Cup champions, sitting, languishing, floundering, जो भी आप कहो, at the bottom of the points table behind Netherlands, behind Bangladesh, who played out a ripper yesterday. I mean, ripper in the sense that match to काफी close nahi gaya, but the fact that Netherlands came out and fought tooth and nail for their second upset of this World Cup, मजा आ रहा है मुझे वर्ल्ड कप में. बहरहाल हम बात कर रहे हैं इंडिया वर्सेस इंग्लैंड की. लखनऊ में होगा दोस्तों. पिच कैसी रहेगी? Still anyone's guess, but probably going to be slightly on the slower side. Does that mean कि रविचंद्रन अश्विन अंदर आएंगे और मोहम्मद सिराज बाहर जाएंगे? हो सके. देयर इज अ स्कूल ऑफ थॉट दैट सेज कि दोनों टीम्स अनचेंज रहेंगे. पता नहीं मुझे क्यों लग रहा है शायद given the conditions, given what Ashwin will bring to this Indian team on slightly slow and low tracks, and also looking at how abject इंग्लैंड की बैटिंग रह चुकी है इस वर्ल्ड कप में, हो सके एक फास्ट बॉलर को बाहर करके टीम तीसरा स्पिनर खिलाए और वो है रविचंद्रन अश्विन. अगर स्मॉल चांस, अगर ऐसा हुआ तो कौन से फास्ट बॉलर बाहर जाएंगे? मेरे हिसाब से इट कैन नॉट, शुड नॉट एंड विल नॉट बी मोहम्मद सिराज, क्योंकि मोहम्मद मोहम्मद शामी, सॉरी, क्योंकि मोहम्मद शामी ने पिछले मैच में आकर जो 5 विकेट लिया, his second 5 wicket haul in the span of less than a month coming off the bench. He got 5 for 50 odd against Australia in Mohali on a flat track. And then against New Zealand in Dharamshala, he got 5 for 50 odd again. And he was man of the match. तो अगर एक फास्ट बॉलर को बाहर करना पड़ेगा अश्विन को लाने के लिए, मेरे हिसाब से it would be मोहम्मद सिराज. मोहम्मद सिराज काफी टाइम से नंबर 1. Sorry, got a bit of a sore throat and a cough today. Mohammad Siraj भले ही काफी टाइम से नंबर 1 थे इस टीम के लिए, and he was India's strike bowler in the absence of Jasprit Bumrah for a long time. लेकिन इनका योगदान, let's face it, इनका योगदान इतना अच्छा नहीं है, या हम कह सकते हैं उस लेवल का नहीं है जो कि सारे फैंस और टीम मैनेजमेंट चाहती होगी, एक्सपेक्ट करती होगी. And how do you sit out Mohammad Shami after he takes 5 wickets? So if India are unchanged, it will make sense to be. लेकिन शायद अगर अश्विन आज खेलते हैं तो मोहम्मद सिराज बाहर जाएंगे, क्योंकि मोहम्मद शामी को मेरे हिसाब से ड्रॉप करना मुश्किल है. बियॉन्ड दैट, जब तक हार्दिक पांड्या नहीं है, वी डोंट रियली सी एनी चेंजेस इन द इंडियन टीम. अगर दोबारा ये बात कहूंगा आपसे व्यूअर्स, अगर अब तक इंडिया 5-0 है इस वर्ल्ड कप में, तो मेरे हिसाब से पूरा श्रेय जाता है बॉलर्स को, जो कि 5 मैच में इंडिया के बेहतरीन बैटिंग लाइनअप के लिए, fantastic chasing side when the target is under 300. The fact that India are able to chase totals of what, 200, 204, 276, 256, jo bhi tha, they're all been under 280. It's because the best bowling attack in this World Cup has done the job outstandingly. और दोबारा अगर आप मुझसे प्रेडिक्शन चाहते हो, India will go 6 up against England, whose campaign hopes or semi-final hopes are hanging by a proverbial thread. They're 10 out of 10. They've won only one match. इनको सारे मैच यहां से जीतने पड़ेंगे और ऊपर से अपनी नेट रन रेट बेहतर करने पड़ेगी. I don't see it happens. I had this team as one of my top 4. I think the tournament is officially over for them because आज इंडिया जीतेगी ये मैच और खत्म करेगी, फुल स्टॉप लगाएगी इंग्लैंड, डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस इंग्लैंड के वर्ल्ड कप होप्स पर. चलिए, now that I've got my opening segment out of the way, let's take some comments. Shanawaz Kere, can you tell pitch conditions and playing 11? Yes, I've told you the pitch conditions are probably going to be slow and low. I've just said India will need 3 spinners. I think you've already heard from me about England, India's 11. I've told you. Regarding England, they're going to have to find a way to play Moeen Ali, Liam Livingston and Adil Rashid. अभी तक खेल चुके हैं, मोइन ने कुछ नहीं किया था, but they're going to have to rely more on getting 30 overs or at least 25 out of these 3 bowlers. बाकी मुझे कोई चेंज नहीं लगता, क्योंकि इंग्लैंड के पास कोई और प्लेयर है नहीं जिनको वो खिला सकते हैं. Maybe getting Harry Brook in and dropping Joe Root would be a good idea. Why can't India produce fast bowling all-rounders like Pat Cummins, Ben Stokes? Well, Ben Stokes has stopped bowling now, so he's not a fast bowling all-rounder. Look, I've discussed this question for the last 20 years, 18 years as a journalist. Many factors: diet, control, role models. It's just very, very tough. Indian physiques are not built like Andrew Flintoffs, like Pat Cummins, like Cameron Greens. यहाँ हमारे पास वो height के bowlers नहीं है, उस गति के bowlers नहीं है. A lot of what you become is what you see. If you're growing up in a nation that has produced great all-rounders, you're going to want to be drawn towards them. और unfortunately कपिल देव को छोड़ के हमारे इस देश में केवल बैट्समैन और स्पिनर्स इतने सालों से जनता के सामने आ रहे थे. That's why we've had better spinners, we've had better batsmen traditionally. लेकिन पिछले 7-8 साल में जो fast bowlers आए हैं, I think India's, like I said, India's got the best fast bowling attack in this World Cup. But all rounders are very very tough. In the history of cricket, there are probably 10 pace bowling all rounders who will stand out as above average. और उसमें से अगर एक कपिल देव है तो बहुत बहुत बड़ी बात है. So many factors. It just comes down to what you eat, what you put your body through, the opportunities. विदेश में आपको opportunities, आपको medical science, data, आपको एक support system मिल जाएगा जो आपकी body, आपकी mental strength, आपकी physical conditioning पर लोग ध्यान दे सके. Look at Travis Head. He goes back and he comes back within what 5-6 weeks after fracturing a thumb. India में यहाँ ये सब नहीं होता. Unfortunately, we lack in certain developments. और कपिल देव हो, हार्दिक पांड्या हो, इरफान पठान हो, ये ऑलराउंडर्स ये कहाँ से आते हैं आपको ये भी देखना पड़ेगा. They're not from London, they're not from Yorkshire, they're not from Melbourne, they're not from Wellington. They're coming from smaller towns, smaller villages, smaller centers. जहाँ पे जब तक वो एक मकाम तक पहुंच पाए कि उनको above adequate mental conditioning coaches मिल जाए, physical conditioning coaches मिल जाए, diet plan करने वाले experts मिल जाए, they've already played so much that you're like, you know what, it's not going to happen. So a lot of becoming a fast bowling all-rounder starts when you're under 10, 12, that age. And unfortunately, India में वो सारी सुविधा नहीं है, which can lead you to become a successful fast bowler. That's why Hardik Pandya is India's best all-rounder of this generation, but he barely plays 7 matches without breaking down. So बहुत सारे factors हैं. Any chance of England beating India today? Very very small, I would say. I couldn't give you a percentage just because we're talking about the top team against the worst team, and more than any lack of form or player injuries, it's just England, they're not here. It seems like they've checked out, so I wish them the best, but I just don't see them doing anything to India. अगर आज इंडिया टॉस जीते तो बैटिंग करना चाहिए, बिल्कुल बैटिंग करना चाहिए. Any chance of Pakistan reaching semis? Zero. It's a used pitch. Will 260 be a par score? Look, India is going to chase anything under 300 rather rather easily. Can England get beyond 300? I don't think so, because like I've said, India's got the best bowling attack in this World Cup. They have set India achievable targets in 5 matches. Against Australia, 200. Against Pakistan, 192. Against Bangladesh, 256. And in the other 2 matches, it was barely 270, 272. These are imminently gettable totals, targets for India in India. मामला जब 300 से पार हो जाएगा, तब इंडिया फंस जाएगी. Can this England team, which can barely get to 150, can they put up 300? No, not for me. Should he take a risk and try Sky at 4? Absolutely. I'm shocked that people still want to see Sky, who's an unproven player in ODIs, bat at 4. I think I'm in the minority here. जी भाई, क्या आज से 2016 वाली इंग्लिश टीम का दौर खत्म हो जाएगा? खत्म हो चुका है भाई, वो खत्म हो चुका है. ये टीम जाएगी वापस. ये 10 में से शायद 3 मैच जीत जाएगी. इनको बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स को बाहर करना पड़ेगा. ठीक उसी तरह जैसे कि, और मैं वहीं था जिस मैच के बाद ये टीम ने चेंजेस लिए थे, मैं वहां पे था 2015 वर्ल्ड कप में. दे गॉट स्मैश्ड बाय श्रीलंका by 9 wickets after posting 300 plus. That was the match before the Bangladesh match upset. This team realized that भैया हमारा वनडे क्रिकेट बहुत आउटडेटेड है. 8 साल के अंदर उन्होंने बेहतरीन चांसेस लिए, बेहतरीन प्लेयर्स पर चांस लिए, एक बेहतरीन कैप्टन, बेहतरीन प्लेयर्स को सिलेक्ट किया. दे बैक दैट टेम्पलेट. लेकिन 8 साल के बाद ये टीम 2015 वापस जा चुकी है. ठीक 2015 वर्ल्ड कप में जो इनका बुरा हाल था, इससे भी बदतर हाल इनका यहाँ पे है. They're going to have to find a way. और इनकी बस की बात है ये. It's not beyond the England cricket setup to find new players. But right now, they've regressed, I would say, 8 years, and they're playing outdated cricket. पिछले 4 साल से, जब से ये इंग्लैंड टीम वर्ल्ड कप जीती, बाकी बहुत सारी टीम्स अपनी वनडे क्रिकेट पर फोकस करके बेहतरीन क्रिकेट खेल रही है, और इंग्लैंड मेरे हिसाब से 8 साल पीछे गई. Ram Ram Bhai says, Akash Jeff. Great. Gautam is saying, you are doing great job. Thank you, my friend Gautam. Very kind of you. Don't you think our batting does look very short when Shardul doesn't play? I agree, it does. But Shardul Thakur is not doing a damn thing with the ball or a batsman. Shardul Thakur, ये मैं पहले भी कह चुका हूँ, Shardul Thakur only plays in India's 11 when Hardik Pandya is there. The moment Hardik Pandya is not there, Like I've said many times on these live streams, you have to replace Hardik Pandya with two players. And Shardul Thakur does not hold a spot as a batsman. I wouldn't even call him an all-rounder. जब आप 16 की बैटिंग एवरेज लेके घूम रहे हो तो आप मेरे हिसाब से all-rounder नहीं हो. शार्दुल ठाकुर had a good case a month ago for playing majority matches, but he had a terrible time in the last few months. He's not taking wickets, not scoring runs. He's out now. I don't see him playing another match. Um, इंडिया आई सेड इट ऑन दिस लाइव शो इंडिया गैम्बल्ड पिछले संडे को धर्मशाला में इंडिया गैम्बल्ड by playing five bowlers against the only other unbeaten team, that is New Zealand. But that gamble paid off because Mohammad Shami took 5 wickets, right? Yes, बैटिंग फंस चुकी थी. विराट कोहली गलत समय पर आउट हुए थे. 5 रन चाहिए थे शायद, लेकिन विराट कोहली ने एक घटिया शॉट खेला. ही लेफ्ट इट ओपन टू जडेजा एंड मोहम्मद शामी. अगर उस दिन ट्रेंट बोल्ट हैट्रिक लेते, ये पहले कह चुका हूं, तो इंडिया वुड हैव लॉस्ट दैट मैच एंड विराट कोहली वुड हैव बीन लेफ्ट लुकिंग लाइक अ मंकी for playing that shot on 94 95. But कोई बात नहीं, you have to back the team and their choices. They know fully well कि जब मोहम्मद शामी अंदर आते हैं या कोई भी बॉलर अंदर आते हैं और शार्दुल बाहर जाते हैं, हमारी बैटिंग एक स्पॉट कम हो जाती है. But I'm going to back this team because the bowling is so good and the chasing has been so good that they're 5-0 up. So I'm not going to worry about Shardul not being there. I think Shardul का चैप्टर खत्म करो और उनसे आगे बढ़ो. रिस्क ले लो, गैम्बल ले लो, क्योंकि आजकल आपका गैम्बल चल रहा है. And let's face it, we don't get a chance to say that much about Indian teams. Crick Maniac, bhai, if India wins toss, batting first. Batting first, I've said it before. What should India target if they're putting into bat? 300? If India doesn't have better seam all-rounder because coaches push the players to one skill they're better at and don't train both batting and bowling. What if? Acha, is it they don't have better all-rounder because coaches push the players to one skill? It's possible. I mean, I've not been coached at any great level, and I've not been a part of any academy or any coaching structures. But I would see कि इंडिया में अगर आप बैटर हो तो you probably get pushed up the order, and if you're a very good fast bowler, you're probably given more chances with the new ball. I cannot say, Ashutosh, with any certainty that that's exactly how it happens. I would have to go and down to the grassroots level and spend a lot of time observing how coaches across India, not just in one region, how they operate. But it's fully possible that what you're saying is true. अब मोइन खान ने बोल दिया, मोइन खान ने बोल दिया, it could be Pakistan's cricket is at an all-time low, so I think their abject performances could be down to other things. Shah Nawaz has got an interesting stat. Mohammad Shami has taken 36 matches in 14 matches. Can he be India's leading wicket taker in ODI World Cups? Who's got the record? If you can tell me who India's most successful World Cup bowler is it Zahir or is it Anil Kumble? If you can tell me what the target is, then I can give you an answer as to how close Shami could get. Will England change their batting style after these main defeats, or will they stick to their plan of attack and attack? Well, again, like I said after that match at the Arun Jaitley Stadium, when I saw live from the press box, England lose to Afghanistan. They did not lose that match by attacking and attacking and attacking. I would have been okay had they attacked and lost wickets. A lot of the wickets, at least 3 of them, were half-hearted shots. So I think that match underlined how confused England were about their approach in this World Cup. Yes, against Sri Lanka, they lost more wickets attacking. But look at England. They're playing terrible cricket. Their media is saying, oh, this World Cup is not fun. भाई अपनी टीम को सुधारो, अपनी टीम को बोलो कि वो अच्छी क्रिकेट खेले. और फिर मोइन अली, before that Sri Lanka match, which they were lost by 8 wickets, he says, we know it's very tough, but we're going to play entertaining cricket. भाई आपसे एंटरटेनमेंट कौन मांग रहा है? आपके फैंस, आपकी मीडिया, आपकी जर्नलिस्ट, आपके पूर्व प्लेयर्स, माइक एथरडे, नासिर हुसैन, ये लोग आपसे रिजल्ट्स मांग रहे हैं, परफॉर्मेंसेस मांग रहे हैं. और मोइन अली जैसे ढक्कन प्लेयर आके बोल रहे हैं कि हम एंटरटेन करेंगे. भाई आप कौन सी दुनिया में रह रहे हो? प्लीज आप मोइन अली और ऐसे प्लेयर्स को बाहर करिए, नहीं तो आपकी टीम कुछ नहीं जीत पाएगी. सो आई एम जस्ट, इट्स नॉट अबाउट बैटिंग स्टाइल, इट्स अबाउट ये टीम अपने दिमाग में क्या सोच रही है, अपने आप के बारे में क्या सोच रही है, किस बबल में जी रही है, और वनडे क्रिकेट को किस तरीके से ये लोग देख रहे हैं. आई थिंक देयरइन लाइज द आंसर to why England have been so terrible in this World Cup. Jamie, any update on Hardik? No, there's no update because the BCCI doesn't give updates. I've told you guys on this stream, BCCI does not give updates. और BCCI जो भी बोलती है, I don't take it seriously. BCCI said 2 matches. I'm saying he could be out until the semifinals. So unfortunately, because the BCCI is so cryptic in giving updates and barring 2-3 journalists, the access is so limited. इतने WhatsApp messages, इतने calls, इतने messages मैं आपको काश दिखा सकता, but people just don't reply. And the more they stay quiet, it leads me with my 18 years of experience as a journalist to say कि भैया हार्दिक पांड्या की इंजरी ज्यादा गंभीर है जो लोग सोच रहे हैं. Uh, why do you think Joe Root is never able to thrive in India in white ball cricket? He's a world class batsman. He is, but Ricky Ponting never really thrived in India, barring two knocks. The best players can come here, but if they have a slight defect in their technique, if they have a mind game, look at how Harbhajan Singh reduced Adam Gilchrist and Ricky Ponting to absolute bunnies in that 2001 Test series. उसके बाद Gilchrist and Ponting, yes, इक्का तुक्का वो खेले, they never were able to dominate India in India. So I think once certain players, I mean, Ricky Ponting is an all-time legend. Adam Gilchrist, all-time legend. Once certain doubts against certain types of bowlers, and in India it comes against spin. I think Joe Root, look, he's a fantastic test batsman. He's got double hundreds in India. But sometimes when you're struggling, you don't play T20s, you don't play that much one days, it gets to your game because then you're falling back on the internal mechanism that has brought you success as a test player. लेकिन टेस्ट में सक्सीड करना और वनडे क्रिकेट में या व्हाइट बॉल क्रिकेट में सक्सीड करना बहुत बहुत मुश्किल है. एंड आई एम शॉक्ड दैट एक्चुअली दैट यू नो एट दैट इंग्लैंड परसिस्टेड विद जो रूट इन दिस वर्ल्ड कप. ही वाज टेरिबली आउट ऑफ फॉर्म. जी हाँ, इस वर्ल्ड कप के पहले दो मैच में उन्होंने रन मारे, बट जस्ट लाइक ऑस्ट्रेलिया कैन नॉट विन द वर्ल्ड कप विद मार्नस लाबुशेन एंड स्टीव स्मिथ इन द सेम 11. England cannot aspire to win matches with David Malan and Joe Root in the same 11. David Malan is half the player that Joe Root is, but he had very good numbers which led to his selection. Joe Root was selected on reputation, and unfortunately, he's let the team down massively. Namaste, Sabiko. Okay, Chonubai. Bhaskar keh rahe hain, predict the playing 11. I already have at the start of the show. I said it's going to be largely unchanged. If there's a 25% chance of one change, Mohammad Siraj goes out and Ashwin comes in. But most likely it'll be unchanged. England gonna win today. Love the optimism. Jaideep, England be like Ram Ram bhai Saryane, आज है हमारे वर्ल्ड कप चैलेंज का 6th मैच और आज हम खेलेंगे इस वर्ल्ड कप की बेस्ट टीम से. हारने के बाद हमें खाई रोटी और अब मिलेंगे नेक्स्ट मैच में. Ankur saying, do you think Ash will come in place? Yes, I started off the chat by saying that in my intro. If there is one chance, it will be Siraj out and Ashwin in, but that's depending on whether the pitch is slow and low because you cannot keep Shami out after 5 wickets. Should Gill today take initiative and let Rohit take backseat? No, 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 no. I've said it many times. I'll say it again. What Rohit Sharma is giving this Indian team with his batting, no one can do. I would love to see Shubman Gill play the same way, and he is frankly. Rohit Sharma is doing what he failed to do last year. Last year, we heard Rohit Sharma all year in one days, Asia Cup, T20 World Cup saying, I want to aggressively start. I want to give the team strong starts. And he couldn't. And that's fine. We've all moved on from him as a T20 player. But what Rohit Sharma has done in every single match, barring the duck he got against Australia, is he has taken the power play out of the equation. He has bossed the power play to such an extent because he's understood, just like South Africa, Pakistan, New Zealand, these teams have not understood. Australia has got it. India and Australia are the two teams, to my mind, who've understood more than any other team कि आपको पहले 10 में रन लगाने पड़ते हैं. डेविड वार्नर, ट्रेविस हेड, डेविड वार्नर, मिचेल मार्श, जो ये टीम्स पहले 10 ओवर में कर रहे हैं, जो शुभमन गिल और रोहित शर्मा कर रहे हैं, खासकर रोहित शर्मा, it actually improves your margin of victory by, to my mind, 20 to 25%. Why did New Zealand lose to India that day in Dharamshala? सारे मीडिया एनालिस्ट जितना भी मैंने पढ़ा देखा सुना वो कह रहे इंडिया ने पिछले 10 में 6 विकेट निकाले. सही बात है, लेकिन पहले 10 ओवर में न्यूजीलैंड ने सिर्फ 33-34 रन बनाए. That seeing their score at 34 for 2 after 10 overs told me कि ये टीम 280 पार नहीं कर पाएगी because you're leaving too much for the back end. You're playing cricket with a traditional, somewhat outdated view. Keep wickets in hand, we'll go at the death. What if you don't? You need to cash in to the top 10 overs. And this is what more than any other player Rohit Sharma is doing. So do not expect Rohit Sharma to change his template. Jo chal raha hai, love you Rohit, karne do, and let Shubman Gill also cash in. You improve your chances of winning matches. Just like in T20s, if you score 70 in the power play, you have a terrific chance of getting 120, 130 in the next 14. The same thing in one days. जो सिर्फ ऑस्ट्रेलिया के ओपनर्स कल देखिए 19 ओवर में 175 रन एक ही और टीम ये कर सकती है वर्ल्ड कप में, और वो है रोहित शर्मा और शुभमन गिल जो इंडिया के ओपनर्स है. नो ओपनर्स इन दिस वर्ल्ड कप कैन गेट टू 175 in 19 overs, borrowing these two teams, because like I said, they figured out the importance, and it's shocking to me that other teams haven't done this, the importance of cashing in the first 10 to 15 overs. सर इंडिया इज नॉट टेस्टेड फुली इन हाई स्कोरिंग गेम्स. बिल्कुल, मैं तो पूरे वर्ल्ड कप में हर इंडिया जीत से पहले, हर इंडिया जीत के बाद मैं कह रहा हूं इंडिया 275 280 चेस कर पाएगी. क्या होगा जब आपका चेस 300 पार जाएगा, तब ये टीम मुश्किल में पड़ेगी. लेकिन उससे बड़ी बात, उससे बड़ी फिक्र मुझे ये है कि आप हर मैच में चेस करके जीतोगे वर्ल्ड कप नहीं. आपको बैटिंग पहले करनी पड़ेगी कम से कम 3 मैच में. तो होपफुली आज रोहित के दिमाग में ये आ जाए और आज बैटिंग पहले करें. Akash is saying this England approach began by emulating Brendan McCullum in 2015, the way he led New Zealand to the final with his captaincy and explosive batting. Do you think he should be given white ball responsibility too? I just don't think he really wants it. If he did, he probably already would be in the job. So जितना भी मैं उनको जानता हूं, he just doesn't want it. I think he's very happy doing Test cricket. जब तक मैच खत्म ना हो, गलत शॉट खेल के आउट नहीं होना चाहिए. एडन मार्कम आउट हुआ, ऐसे स्ट्रगल करने लगा. बिल्कुल, आई डिड अ होल शो ऑन दिस सेइंग कि इस वर्ल्ड कप में अश्विन 2 साउथ अफ्रीकन टीम्स खेल रही है. एक जो बैटिंग पहले लेके 400 बनाती है, और दूसरी जो 250 चेस नहीं कर सकती. After half the World Cup is about to get over, who do you think is proving the most crucial player in the current 11? Rohit Sharma. Yesterday, Ashwin was seen bowling and batting for a long time. You think he might replace Siraj? Yep, I've said it already. He should. Slightly off topic, do you think not playing with India or IPL costing Pakistan the much needed experience and intensity? Oh, absolutely. I said this before. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want them to defeat England in a massive way. Well, then bat first, get 320 and bowl them out for 210. That's the way to do it, my friend Shashank. Why Pakistan is opting for foreign coaches? अरे मुझे नहीं पता यार, पाकिस्तान को छोड़ो, पाकिस्तान को यार. सबसे घटिया टीम है. हम यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं इंडिया के बारे में. कहा है आप लोग बार बार पाकिस्तान के बारे में पूछ रहे हो? छोड़ो पाकिस्तान को. What would be a power score on this pitch? 300. You can do it. At grassroots level, when you go for selection under 19, 23 selectors want you to clearly specify whether you're a better or all round. You can't be all round, you got to be a specialist. पता नहीं, हो सकता है बस, I'm not sure. Zahir Khan 44 wickets. Acha, Zahir Khan 44 wickets. Shami on 36. Because I don't see him missing any match now, he could, by the time India gets to the final, he could take 45 wickets. Chance hai. Betareen chance hai. Good stat, Shanawaz. Thank you. Trivia. Owen Morgan is the only England 50 over to be captain in more than one World Cup. Exactly. It took England to hire an Irishman to come do the job. It just says how dated English thinking was. Amandeep keh rahe, I'm scared of Australia. Bilkul, I've said it. If India meet Australia in that first semi-final, there's a lot of reason to be afraid. England decided to play men with reputation than men in form. Sam Hain, Jamie Overton had set their domestic scene on fire. Yeah, I think Utsav, you're right. And they've sort of gone. They put faith in a lot of players who are slightly over the hill. I agree. Navjot Paji keh rahe, 100 from Rohit. Rohit, 100. Rohit is my fantasy captain today. He's going to score 100, and Virat is my vice captain. So anyone who wants fantasy tips, Rohit Sharma captain, Virat Kohli vice captain. Bilkul Leo, India hi jeetega. What do you feel now? Will this be the last significant ODI World Cup? I still do, because yes, we've got a couple good upsets. We've got like 2 close matches. Overall, the amount of one-sided boring matches has, what are we looking at, 85 to 90% one-sided matches. और फैंस बोल चुकी है, फिरोज शाह कोटला को छोड़कर किसी भी ग्राउंड में, उस में भी चेन्नई, उस किस्म के फैंस नहीं आ रहे. आई थिंक जनता बोल चुकी है कि भैया वनडे क्रिकेट में कुछ बदलाव लाना. Look at the players who are giving the most joy. Look at the top performers. Who are the top performers? Players who played multiple World Cups. Quinton de Kock has played multiple World Cups. Rohit Sharma, multiple World Cups. Virat Kohli, multiple World Cups. David Warner, multiple World Cups. These players are not going to be around 4 years from now. Is there any current young player giving you the feels कि 4 साल बाद World Cup में मजा आएगा? Not me, man. जी भाई, आप आईसी को प्रपोजल दो, नो बॉल होने पे जो हॉर्न ब्लो होता है वो ना हो, बल्कि आप जो अपने यूट्यूब वीडियो में पार्लियामेंट में लेडी चुड़ैल की हंसी. फिक्र इंडिया. हाँ यार, मैं तो हूं नहीं वहां पे, 2 महीने हो गए. और वी लूजिंग टुडे? सर आपने सुबह सुबह पी रही की क्या? पॉल राज और भी राज, नेगेटिव सोच हटाइए सर. आपको लगता है कि ये टीम इंग्लैंड से हारेगी, जो 10 में से 10 टीम पर है। आप थोड़े लेट आए सर में आज स्ट्रीम पर सर। You missed my positivity. I said also India are smashing them. Bat first, get a big total. And if you're chasing, look, I get it. England have a lot of reason to feel कि भाई हम ये कर सकते हैं, हम 4 मैच जीत सकते हैं। लेकिन आप 4 मैच जीत के भी क्या उखाड़ोगे? 4 मैच जीतने से आप सेमीफाइनल तक नहीं जाओगे। England has been the most disappointing team of this World Cup, and frankly, looking at their outdated cricket, their muddled thinking, their muddled statements, they are not going to pose a threat to any team, and least of them is India. सर आज तो इंडिया आंख बंद करके जीत। सर क्या आज रोहित शर्मा खेलेगा? क्यों नहीं खेलेगा भाई रोहित शर्मा? तुमने भी पी रखी क्या सुबह सुबह? रोहित क्यों नहीं खेलेगा आज का मैच भाई? रोहित आज 200 मारेगा। मोनू चौहान, आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर, वो मेरे फैंटेसी कैप्टन है आज। हेलो अभिनव, रोहित शर्मा इज अ बीस्ट। अरे एस भाई इज बैक। रोहित, गिल, विराट, अय्यर, राहुल, जडेजा, अश्विन, शार्दुल, कुलदीप, बुमराह, शमी। Shardul? No, no, no. Why would Shardul play today? Like I said, if there's one change, it'll be Ashwin in for Siraj. Otherwise, no change. You're dropping Sky and playing Shardul. Yaar, bhai, there's no need to because England are not really posing a threat. So, take it. If Siraj goes out, will Shami open the bowling? Well, India don't have another option, so he'll have to open the bowling. Jay bhai, how do you estimate the 20? अरे आप गणित ला रहे हो मेरे सामने। अरे sir, how do you estimate the 20% scoring high in the first? What's the mathematical formula? Yes, the mathematical formula is one derived from the great Ramanujan, who I have high regard for. And since who you seem to be a little bit slow on numbers, Mr. John Paul Raj, let me tell you, दोस्तों मैं मजाक कर रहा हूँ। ये जो शख्स हैं जॉन पॉल राज, ये मैथमेटिकल जीनियस से कम नहीं है मेरे सामने। ये मैथ्स प्रोफेसर रह चुके हैं बहुत बहुत सालों से। ये अव्वल नंबर के मैथ टीचर है, ये अव्वल नंबर के एंटरटेनर हैं। इनको बॉलीवुड और अलग अलग फिल्मों का बहुत बहुत कीड़ा है, बहुत बहुत अनुभव है, बहुत बहुत ज्ञान है। ये चैनल वी में क्रिएटिव क्रिएटिव कंटेंट क्रिएटर भी थे बहुत बहुत साल पहले, जब कंटेंट क्रिएटर शब्द का फॉर्मेशन ही नहीं हुआ था। ये मुझसे पूछ रहे हैं क्योंकि ये जानते हैं कि मैं मैथ्स में गणित में अंडा हूं, तो मैं इस जाल में नहीं फंसूंगा। मैं इनसे बाकी व्हाट्सएप में डील कर लूंगा। बट यस, प्लीज गो चेक आउट मिस्टर जॉन पॉल राजेस मैथ यूट्यूब चैनल। सर आप अपना चैनल का नाम यहाँ डाल दीजिए। हो सके मुझ जैसे गणित में गरीब लोग यहाँ भी होंगे और वो आपकी सलाह ले सकते हैं, या और बच्चों को आपके चैनल तक डायरेक्ट कर सके। क्या सवाल पूछा है? Guys, I've got to go. Oh crap, it's 11:40. I've gone beyond time. I was supposed to wrap this stream in 20 minutes. I've got to go prepare for my next. I got 3 more lives coming up. Love you all. Tension na le. India ye match jeet rahi hai. India will be back at number 1 after their 6th win in a row. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Share the good word about this channel with all your friends. मैं आपसे मिलूंगा कल। Sorry, आज रात को मिलूंगा मैं आपसे मैच के बाद। Take care. Love you all.